This is a Saturday Morning TVLog revisited from Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I'm the Big D. Dole's the name, of course, but the Big D is what you know me as. Welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews, and this is a revisited Saturday Morning TVLog. Since you know in revisited, I don't show what show I'm spotlighting like I do with my original Saturday Morning TVLogs. Well, I am going to do a revisit of my second Saturday Morning TVLog, which I did after Shazam. And I figure since this year's going to be marking the 50th anniversary of this show, I said, what the hey, I'm going to go for it. And I am going to be talking about a live action series about a young science teacher who finds a mysterious amulet that, well, would transform her into the goddess of the elements and become a real superheroine. Before we even saw Linda Carter as Wonder Woman, we actually had a woman named Joanna Cameron play Andrea Thomas, a teacher who would become the goddess of the elements, Isis. So, in this Revisit Saturday Morning TVLog, I am going to bring to you the secrets of Isis. The Secrets of Isis, or Isis as it's titled as, was a live-action Saturday morning series originally produced by Filmation. It premiered on CBS Saturday mornings in the fall of 1975, where it originally aired with new episodes of Shazam from the previous year to form the Shazam Isis Hour. The show started on September 6, 1975. Now, Isis was its original title. It wouldn't be called Secrets of Isis until it was shown in syndication. The series was created by Mark Richards, who that same year also developed another Filmation show, that being The Ghostbusters, which also aired on CBS. And I will be doing a revisit Saturday Morning TVLog of that later on down the road. Anyway, this program was the first weekly American live action television series with a female superhero lead character, predating the weekly debuts of The Bionic Woman, which debuted in early the following year, and then Wonder Woman. Heck, I'll even count Electro Woman, that girl on the Croft Super Show as well. In the series, Isis is the alter ego of Andrea Thomas, a seemingly normal schoolteacher who transforms into the Egyptian goddess when presented with crises a mere mortal cannot resolve. Now, of course, the series and its companion series Shazam had crossover episodes where Captain Marvel, Shazam, and Isis would appear in each other's shows. Since then, DC Comics has adopted the character of Isis into their mainstream continuity for modern comics. Now then, what is the premise? Well, I'm happy to tell you. Now then, Andrea Thomas is a science teacher at Larkspur High School who found an ancient mystical gold amulet, the Tutmos amulet, on an archaeological dig in Egypt. The amulet, which resembled the headdress of Hathor, had originally belonged to Queen Hatshepsut, an ancient Egyptian pharaoh. The amulet gave the wearer, specifically Hatshepsut, and her descendants, of which Andrea was one, with the powers of the animals and the elements, as it says in the show's intro, which would be bestowed upon such wearer by the goddess Isis whenever it was exposed and her name invoked. Whenever Isis was near, Andrea would reveal the amulet, which she wore as an everyday necklace, and recite an incantation, which was Almighty Isis, transforming her into the goddess superheroine. Now then, Okay, now most of the program's storylines involved Isis coming to the rescue of high school students who found themselves in danger due to unwise choices. For example, the two-part series finale, Now You See It, and its follow-up, and Now You, which is Now You Don't, which had an espionage-related plotline revealing that one of the characters, Rick Mason, another teacher at Andrea's school, has been working secretly for the U.S. government on a wire-making machine. And this two-part introduced a trio of crime-fighting teams, the Super Sleuths, and it was intended to be a backdoor pilot for a series with them, but was never materialized. The series often broke the fourth wall, with the titular character Andrea winking at the camera or otherwise acknowledging the audience at pertinent moments in a story. In signature Filmation fashion, each episode featured an epilogue with Isis directly addressing the camera, imparting a moral lesson derived from the preceding events of the episode. Unfortunately, those were later deleted from syndication prints, but most of them were found, which I'll get to in just a moment. Isis displays a vast array of superpowers, usually invoked through incantation of a rhyming couplet. For example, Isis can take to flight by reciting, "O Zephyr winds which blow on high, lift me now so I can fly." Among her many powers, she exhibits superhuman strength, command of the elements earth, air, fire, and water, and control of the weather. She can control the molecular density of her body and other matter, passing herself through walls, and in one instance, causing a car to pass unharmed through a road grader. She can divine the recent past, which is manifested for the viewer in the jewel of her diadem. Isis can cause living things, including trees and animals, to appear and disappear at will. She can increase local gravity and stop and reverse the flow of time. Isis's superhuman abilities are limited when in her Andrea Thomas form. She is still able to communicate telepathically with her pet crow Tut. And in one instance, the reflection of light of her amulet restored a forgotten memory to a person. Anyway, the show ran for 2 overall seasons with a total of 22 episodes. Now, of course, Andrea kept her identity as Isis a secret to herself and not to anyone, not even to her friend, another teacher I've just mentioned, Rick Mason, or her students, including one named Cindy Lee, who was in the first season, and then Rainey Carroll in the second season, because there were 2 seasons, and there were 22 episodes that were produced and aired. Anyway, the show ended in October of 1976. 15 episodes were produced for the first season and 7 for the second. However, the show would return in solo form after the Shazam and Isis Hour had been canceled. The show returned in solo replacement for a failed series. Now, and the show has been shown in syndication on Sci-Fi, and I've heard Lifetime did as well, but I could be wrong though. But anyway, I actually still have my copy of the complete series that was released by the now defunct BCI Eclipse in 2007. Now, of course, through Entertainment Rights, which was Filmation's former owner before Classic Media took over, and of course, Universal now has the rights. There, later on in 2011, even after this went up print, Classic Media released the first 7 episodes in a one-disc set, which was simply titled The Secrets of Isis. Excuse me, everyone. Now, there was a Region 2 DVD set released in 2009, which I believe, which was in Spanish. But the original English soundtrack wasn't included even as a secondary option. And the discs are encoded in the PAL VO format, just like this set. However, while episodes were presented uncut, remastered, and in their known original air date order, they did have excellent copies of the moral message segments cut for syndication and presented as bonus features. This also had well, a gallery at Blue Water Productions comic book, The Legend of Isis. And there was also audio commentary and interviews with some of the cast members, excluding Joanna Cameron, unfortunately. Yes, who plays Isis and Andrea Thomas. Of course, this is her, and I'll show you. And on the reverse side, that's her as Andrea Thomas. Now, now then, for the cast, of course, Joanna Cameron played Isis, and unfortunately, she sadly passed away on October 15th, 2021. So, in advance, I'm actually going to dedicate this revisit Saturday Morning TVLog in her memory. She was also a model as well. She even appeared in an episode of the short-lived Spider-Man live-action show a few years later. Now, of course, the show's theme music was done by the team of Yvette Blaze and Jeff Michael, who had done numerous work for Filmation shows. The executive producers were recorded as presented in the wheel of Filmation. You see Norm Prescott and Lou Schummer. And after that, Dick Rosenblum, who also served as an extra executive producer for the Ghostbusters, as well as the studio's short-lived Uncle Croc's block, which debuted the same year as well. Anyway, after this, Isis would appear in 1978's Freedom Force series on Tarzan the Super 7, and was voiced by Diane Pershing, which I have not talked about. I've talked about Tarzan Lord of the Jungle, but not the Super 7 show. And then later on in the Hero High cartoon, in one episode of that, on the Kid Superpower with Shazam, but was voiced by Linda Gary. Now, for the rest of the cast, we have. Now, here's most of them. Next up, we have Brian Cutler playing Rick Mason. And the Asian girl right here is Joanna Peng, who played Cindy Lee. Now then, give me a second. Okay, here's a look at the little booklet jacket that came with the complete series set. This gal right here is Renee Carroll, who took over the role of the student in the second season. She's played by Ronalda Douglas. And not shown is the late great Albert Reed, who played Dr. Barnes, who appeared in 10 episodes of the series. Now, like Shazam, The Secrets of Isis actually did have its number of special guest stars, too, as a matter of fact. Amongst some of them included Mike Lookinland, you might remember, Bobby Braid from the Braid Bunch. Let's see. Colleen Camp, who has appeared in several films, Smokey and the Bandit Part 3, and let's see, I know she did some others. She was in The House Where a Clock Gets Wall. There was oh dear me, so many others. Mark Lambert, Deborah Lee Scott, Christopher Norris. Oh, the list goes on. And of course, I'm the second player of Captain Marvel, aka Shazam, which of course that was John Davey. Um, Now, of course, there was also some others. Two of the super sleuths I was familiar with. One being Craig Wasson, who, of course, you might know him best for playing Dr. Neil Gordon in Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors, and the other being Evan Kim, who would later appear in the Fistful of Yen bit in the Kentucky Fried movie, and also went on to voice Mercury in Filmation's animated series Space Sentinels, which would come out the following year after this series had ended in 77. But anyway, I think The Secrets of Isis is exceptionally a good show. It's got great characters, great stories. I think this is worth looking into. Unfortunately, this is from BCI Clips, so this set is long out of print. I actually didn't. This is my actual original copy I got from Hastings back in 2007. And well, I did find a used copy at Vintage Stock last year, but I gotta tell you, it was 50 something dollars. Not one, no one that. I don't think anybody would want to buy a 3 disc set, DVD disc set for that price. See, that would be a tough time to find. I wish you the best of luck of trying to find it, because maybe some bootleggers or what have you might, or someone might have that. But if you can find it, no problem. There are, yeah, yes, you can find all episodes on YouTube, but I do know some people have most or all episodes on YouTube. So if you are looking for a good superheroine show, if you want to see what would be like a precursor to the Bionic Woman or Wonder Woman, then I'd say you should check out The Secrets of Isis. I think you'll really like it. It's a very good show, and I know you'll absolutely enjoy it. So, what did you think of The Secrets of Isis? Please tell me in the comments section below. And if you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel. Make it grow and make the views grow. Tell all your friends about my channel. Give them to know me. Maybe they'd like to be a part of my Big D Nation. Share my video with your friends if you like. And we'll have another video coming up for you later on tonight for realsies. So if you like this, check out the Saturday Morning TV logs for these other things. You could check out my Revisit Saturday Morning TV log on Shazam in the upper left hand corner. The upper right hand corner is a Saturday Morning TV log on the Kids Superpower Hour with Shazam from 1981. Or you can check out my Saturday Morning TV log of Space Sentinels in the bottom left hand corner. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., as well as the Saturday Morning TV log. Then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching, and we will be back with the regular Saturday Morning TV log. So next week's Saturday Morning TV log is Pound Puppies from 1986. So until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.